kavod, bein b'chol shar ha'inyanim. Anything else as well. And Abba said, let's analyze what this means, because the truth is, in general, when it comes often to discussions about mental health, those discussions are often amorphous, right? But what does it mean over here? That here I'm being a chassid with my friend's nefesh. And I will say, see, you would have thought that what this means is, you would have thought when you're a chassid with your friend's nefesh, what does it refer to? What does it refer to? Inyane ruchnius, right? Spirituality. In fact, that's not what the Ramchal is saying. The Ramchal says this has to do actually with your friend's mental well-being. Do whatever you can to facilitate the mental well-being of the other. So he gives examples. Binyane kavod. If you take a look at footnote 17, you can see it says Binyane kavod lachshivo be'ene atzmo ube'ene acherim. Well, listen to how beautiful this is. Do what you can to make a person feel good about himself. Isn't this incredible? But remember again, we're talking about inyani chassidus over here. So being a chassid means I'm someone who goes above and beyond. Is there an obligation for me to make someone feel good about themselves? No, there's not an obligation for that. That's why it's called chassidus. Right? At the end of the day, says the Ramchal, do what is within your power to make a person feel good about themselves, to make them feel good about themselves in the eyes of others as well. Bein b'chol shar inyanim, and other matters of mental health as well. In footnote 18, he writes, what are other examples of this? Kigon lenachamo be'evelo u'b'shar mikarim ra'im shekarlo. I will say, be the kind of person who makes the other feel better in times of difficulty and challenge. In times of loss, be there to console. In other situations that may happen to him, l'samcho ba'atzvuso, try to make him happy in his time of sadness. Ula'oro ula'chasko be'es rifayon yadayim, to give him chizuk in difficult times. Lafiach bo tikva be'es yeusho, breathe hope into him in times of despair. Lahafik is bididuso, try to alleviate his loneliness. Laseis hasvara eitz b'hadracha b'vukaso, help give him guidance in difficult and we'll call circuitous times. La'orer bo emuna ubitachon bizman shalisusim ufikfukim ukidome. Give a person faith, give a person hope, give a person optimism in times that look a bit bleak and dark. So I say, how incredible is this? Right? That this is what it means to be a chassid, in your bin adam lechavero. Be the kind of person who is there for the other. Be the kind. So I'll say, this is very interesting. Meaning, the halacha says, "I have a mitzvah of tzedakah." Right. So what does the mitzvah of tzedakah say? What does tzedakah say? Right. If Reuven is poor, I have an obligation to help him out. Right. I have a mitzvah to leave leket shichacha peah, all the agricultural tithes. Those are obligations. In Chassidus, what we're talking about over here is to go the extra little bit for my relationships. And what does it mean to go the extra little bit for my relationships? Dafka, to be there for a person in a state when he's struggling. When he's down, lift him up. When he's mourning, console him. Make him feel good about himself. Am I obligated to do these things? Is there a halacha that says you have to do this? Absolutely not. That's why it falls under the umbrella of Chassidus. But it's such an incredible thing. He goes on, he says, anything you could do for your friend that you know gives him a certain level of inner tranquility. Mitzvahs Chassidus hu la'asoso. It is a mitzvah Chassidus ultimately again to do it. Page Kuf Pe Aleph. The Chelkei. Also goes without saying all the more so. Shelo yitzarenu b'shum min yitzar klal. I will say. So again, remember, if the mitzvah of Chassidus tells me that I should be there for a person, I should be there for someone in their time of need, not because I'm obligated to, because this is the mitzvah of Chassidus. So it goes without saying that what? That of course also falling under this category is not causing another person pain. Yihya be'eza ofen yihya. In whatever way that comes up, I'll say this is an incredibly important idea. Sometimes we do something that causes someone else pain. And the way we look at it, the way we kind of analyze the situation was, did I do something right or did I do something wrong? If I did something wrong, I'll absolutely apologize. If I didn't do anything wrong, even though a byproduct of my action may be that I caused you pain, there's no real follow-up for me, right? I don't have any obligations vis-a-vis you. The Midah of Chassidus says like this: if I do something that results in someone else encountering pain, even though I did not intend it, and even though, again, your pain is just a byproduct of something that really is beyond my control, I don't want to be the source of anyone's pain. I will say this is my sim b'chol yom. People have to make decisions, right? And those decisions kind of just impact others in dramatically different ways. I didn't mean to impact you. I chas shalom, I would never want to hurt you, but something I did had a negative impact on you. The Midah of HaChassidus says, be vigilant about that. Be vigilant about that. That when making life decisions, think about the collateral damage in those life decisions. When making decisions, think about the unintended parties that ultimately may be impacted by what you do or what you say, how you conduct yourself. And Midah will say, remember again, it's not that I'm in the wrong. It's not that I'm in the wrong. No, we're talking about Midah HaChassidus. Midah HaChassidus. So we're talking about a hyper-vigilance and hyper-attentiveness ultimately towards the other. Uklal zeh, uklal kol zeh, Hugemilos chasadim asher yifligu chacham zichron livracha, b'shivcha u'b'chavosenu ba. And of course, included in all of this is gemilos chasadim. Chesed, it will say chesed also is a very big tent, right? There are certain acts of gemilos chasadim which may be obligatory, and there are other acts of midos, and there are other acts of gemilos chasadim which again are absolutely discretionary. So he goes on b'shivcha u'b'chavosenu ba u'b'chlal zeh. So we'll say what else is included in this chesed bin adam lechavero that falls under taking care of the nefesh of my friend. Ubichlal zeh redifas shalom. And lastly, what does he bring in over here? Redifas shalom. Ultimately, again, being a pursuer of peace. Shehu ha'tava haklalit bein kol adam lechavero. The ultimate good you do for another, the ultimate good is ultimately to be a rodev shalom. I'll say one word about this, and then we'll have to stop for today. I've mentioned this many times, but I don't think ever in this context. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avos says, "Hevi mitamidav shel Aaron." A person should be a disciple of Aaron HaKohen. Oiv shalom, rodev shalom, love peace, pursue peace. Oiv es habrios, love people. Umekarvim Torah, bring them closer to Torah. So the Maharal, in his commentary on Pirkei Avos, says something incredibly beautiful. He says, what does it mean? I understand to love peace. What does it mean to be a rodev shalom, to run after peace? And the Maharal says something very pashut, very simple but very profound. He says, shalom never shows up at your doorstep. Right? Peace never shows up at your doorstep, right? It's not like the kitten that comes and, snuggles itself by your feet and says, okay, I'm here. If you want peace in life, this is peace in your marriage, this is peace with your children, this is peace with your friends, peace with your coworkers, peace with your organization, whatever it is, if you want shalom in your life, you have to run after it. And you find something amazing about shalom. That often, the more you run after it, shalom has incredible stamina and can always run just a little bit faster than you. And so ultimately, again, if you really want it, you not only do you have to run, but you have to run faster than you ever thought you could run. A lot of times we say that we believe in shalom, but I believe in shalom as long as shalom comes to me. But ultimately, again, to really believe in shalom means to be a rodev shalom. So we all know this. Sometimes that requires us to run after people, all right, even though, again, I'm right and they're wrong. But nevertheless, if the ultimate goal is to make some type of shalom, then lemaisa, that's the price you pay. So he says over here, ubichlal zeh, and included, of course, in all of this chassidus bein adam lechavero beinyane hanefesh is redifas hashalom, running after peace. Shuatava haklalit bein adam lechavero. So we'll say, obviously, there are times where you don't make shalom, and there are times when you draw your line in the sand, and there are times when you take a stand. But we all know those times in life are very few and far between. Most situations in life require us ultimately, again, to be a rodev shalom. All right, so we'll stop over here. We'll pick up Emir Hashem with the next section, paragraph Daled, Emir Hashem, tomorrow.